Good evening, fellow members of the Grand Shadow Council. We are brought here today because there is discussion within our council that one of us in the Waifu Crusade is not, in fact, a believer of the Waifu Flame. Now, normally, this crime, you'd get a little slap on the wrist and be sent on your way. However, this is a crime like no other. So as you can see, we've brought forth the top members of the council, including myself. You can see me right here. Now, we will bring forth the accused heretics, and we will see which one is truly a heretic to the Waifu Flame. Bring them forth. Good. Now that they've materialized before us, we charge the both of you with being an anti-waifu. We also here in the council believe that you would rather have a water torch instead of a fire torch. I know, everyone is just as shocked as I am to hear the news, but this simply cannot be allowed to stand. The council and I have agreed to take a vote on who is the imposter. Now, it should take quite a while, so hopefully, they're already done. Okay, well, this vote was for the keeper. Let's take a little look here. All of them are check marks, thus meaning the keeper is freed of all charges. I know, we're all very, very ecstatic about this news. Keeper is freed of all charges. She may remain as a spooky waifu in this crusade. However, the deed is not yet done. We still must take a vote for the Spirit Lancer. Now, members of the council, please take your vote. As we can see, the council has decided 4-1 that the Spirit Lancer is a nay. She said nay to our Waifu Crusade. She completely threw away all of our values, our waifus, our fire torches. This simply cannot be allowed to stand. Therefore, we condemn the Spirit Lancer to the worst possible fate imaginable. Spirit Lancer, you will come unto your maker. Let this be a lesson that anyone who forsakes the Waifu Crusade will be condemned to a life of repeated loneliness. Session dismissed. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Waifu Crusade. Okay, so one thing that may become pretty apparent from the get-go is, hey, guess whose audio didn't record during this video? So I gotta do it again. So, it is gonna be a post-commentary, which is why you may notice the video is so short. Trust me, I never do this on purpose. That's just kind of how it works out. So we're rolling with it. And as you saw from the intro, the Spirit Lancer is out. We formally decided in a 4-1 vote, because that's how it's going to work here. That's how I asked, and that's how it's working. That she's out. So no more Spirit Lancer. I'm sorry if you liked her, but she was voted out. Keeper was voted to stay. But the good news is, we're always looking for more religious waifus. That being said, in this episode, we use the female flagellant skin, and I would like to know what you guys think about it. But we're going to bring a pretty basic team into the ruins, because the biggest thing we're going for in this one is we are trying to make money, because we are dangerously low. So that's what we're going to be doing in this one. And what sucks is I had this whole thing that I was saying, now I can't remember. So you know what, that's okay. What matters is we're going to have a semi-good healing team. Stress healing not so much, but that's going to be the case the entire playthrough. However, it is going to get more manageable the farther we go. So, the healers on our team are going to be the Exorcist with his little mini heal, and the Flagellant is going to heal people with Redeem, and that is going to be our two main healing spells. We're also going to use Reclaim, which is why the Flagellant has that club, because it makes her bleed less, which is good for these early things. So, here are the abilities. Apothrical Texts, Desecration, Tenebrous, Bro City. I don't know how to pronounce that apparently, but yeah, that move right there. Desecrate. Then we're gonna have Entangle, Undercut, Sapping Charge, and the Stun. Then we're going to have Vederetro, I think I said that right, Benediction, and the two other abilities. I'm watching this back with you guys. It's a bit laggy, so I'm not able to see the names. You guys are going to have to excuse me on that. But, overall, what can I say that happened in this dungeon? It went smoother than expected. You'd really expect that this team wouldn't do so well, but honestly, it did pretty good. We have, like, 4 different stuns. We have plenty of movement. We have good debuffs. We have good damage. The only bad thing I'd say is that the Flagellant cannot bleed skeletons, but there's so many cultists around that most of the time it doesn't matter. And the Flagellant does a pretty good amount to the basic skeletons. So it just sort of worked out in our favor. However, there is a lot of stress dealing teams, which is a big problem, because we have no real way to reduce it. So the best thing to do when stress comes around is focus the stress dealers and stun as much as possible, which won't always work out, but when it does work out, oh, it is amazing. Now, one big thing throughout this dungeon was stress and stuns was both our strongest and weakest points. Being, stun is the strongest, stress is the weakest. Overall, though, I don't seem to remember it being that bad. I'd say it went pretty smoothly, just because the stuns are really OP in these low levels, because they have barely any stun resistance. I think the basic skeletons have like 10%, and the Madman also has 10%, and most stuns at this level are going to be 100%, so it's a 90% chance to stun. As you can see there, the Flagellant does pretty good damage. We also want to use Desecrate, because, boom, mass stun, mass blight. That is just so good. Just nuke down one person, preferably a stress dealer, and then blight the rest. Also, we did not go for a full camp, because I was worried about a hunger check. We only had 10 food left, and hunger checks are 4, while the full camp would be 10 food, I believe. So we go ahead, we do a nighttime prevention, which heals everybody for 10 stress. Our Apostle got a virtue at some point, which was super nice. She has a decent stress heal. However, since we're rocking a full religious comp, has a pretty big chance to go bad, so I went ahead, I didn't go for it. Instead, we just buffed everybody as much as we could. And we also foraged for some supplies. We got some blood, and we got a key. Not the best, but I mean, the blood's nice. Now, sometimes the fight would go completely in our favor. This is one of those examples where they start off surprised, we get one stun just straight away, which is amazing. Then we go for a bleed. Excuse me. Now she's already like 1/3 health. We pull the other one forward. Boom. Then we're going to go for the whap. Pretty dang good, if you ask me. Stressful incantation. She's the one who can take it. She already has a virtue, so stress for her isn't really that big of a deal. Obviously, luck isn't always on our side, but for the most part, we can get by with skill. Not that I'm very good at said skill thing. I rely on luck quite a bit, but you know what? Like I said in this video, the original commentary, I am using nothing but pure skill. I will no longer do any of this. Yeah, I'll just press this button. No. It is going to be only try hard all the time. In this series, I've decided after the last one, we're putting the big boy pants on. We are going to absolutely play to our hardest. We're going to use the tools that we have accessible to us, and we're just going to completely smash the competition, which I did my best in this episode. I'd say it went pretty smoothly. However, there are some times where play as good as you want, it's just not really going to work out for you. We go for a redeem here just to get a little bit of healing before the next fight. They're both dead to blight. We go ahead and I believe just go for an attack just because, and she's dead to blight. Now, not all fights are going to start as smoothly. They're not always going to be surprised as soon as you begin it. But what matters is you check around, make sure you're not missing anything good. Because most of the times the crates and stuff will have some pretty useful little tools. We're running out of torches at this point, but we're already done. So that really worked out. And we leave with a pretty good haul, like 12k gold worth. Here are Necromania, honestly, just kind of fits the Apostle. I couldn't really see her getting much else. Like, it just kind of makes sense to me. Especially with her move, where she blows up a body. So, yeah, I'd say overall it went pretty good. We got an event to get ourselves an Exorcist, but luckily we already got one. However, it was at this point I kind of decided, well, we may as well just use as many of the characters we want, since we're already on a time limit and we're already like using only religious people. So I think having one of each would just kind of be silly in this one. But as you can see, we find a Sunlight Warrior, and we can only name him one thing. Anyone who's played Dark Souls knows Solaire. Our boy has joined our crusade. So, with that being said, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next one, we are definitely going after the Necromancer Apprentice, especially because he has the stonework hammer, which is really, really good against the Crimson Court's Guardian. Can't fully remember what he's called right now. But that's what we're going to be doing in the next one. We are going to be going after the Necromancer Apprentice. Probably going to bring the same team, which is what I'm showing off here. I'm kind of showing off like what they got, how they're doing. We do have Artemis on, so he's going to be hard regardless of what we do. But if we can take him out this early, that is going to be an incredible start. I forgot to write down what week this is, but from here on out, we're going to be writing down what week we're on. That way you guys can get a sense of time. Because, yeah, you kind of want to know what the time limit is, how much time we have left. So, thank you guys so much for watching. See you boys in the next one.